Yo, what up, guys? Beside you here, starting my Monday morning or afternoon with some upcoming shard opening event for Ancients. This is not just an ordinary 2x or 315x. This is a special one for special people who have gotten their Mercy, gotten close to Mercy. By now, you already seen the title. You know what I'm talking about. It's a get one for free type of event for legendary. So by 25th, this is tomorrow, Tuesday. If you are close to Mercy, I am close to Mercy. That's why I'm this excited about it, because the last time I opened shard, this is what happened. I pulled 154 shards right here. The last time Wixwell Fusion was going on is 2x Ancient. I pulled 154 and I did not get a legendary. I came so close to my Mercy and I was so glad, and I waited for this event. So what is happening in this event? It does not boost your chances of getting legendaries. It does not boost your chances of getting epics. It's going to be a normal day. That's Tuesday, or I think it runs all the way to Wednesday. Let me confirm. It's gonna be a one-day event. Yeah, I think so, or a two-day event. It's normally a Tuesday and Wednesday type of event, so it's gonna remain 0.5% chance and 8% chance of getting an epic. So, but if you do get a legendary that day, you will get one for free. So these events are quite special for only players who know how close they are to Mercy. And like I said, I'm very excited about this one, because last time I pulled 154, and I did not get a legendary. So I've been tracking my Mercy with this Raid Shadow Legends Helper 2 right here, and it says I'm 183 shards in without a legendary. So that's how this tool helps me track it, and that means I'm what, 20, 30, maybe up to 40 shards away from one legendary. That's a totally good way to get legendaries. Get one and one for free, and that's what I've been saving for. So yeah, that's the news that is coming up. Let me know in the comments if you will be pulling your ancient shard as part of this get one for free event. Are you close to Mercy, or you're one of those who have not even been tracking your ancient Mercy, or did you pull a legendary the last time you pulled 2x ancient weekend? So, and take note, this is not for newer players. The headhunter account will not be going for this. The noob to pro will not be going for this. Even if those accounts have some ancient shards saved up already, it's not for those players who do not know their Mercy. As you can see, I have 99 ancient saved up right here already on the noob to pro account. I'm not going to be pulling 99 because I did not count my Mercy on this account, and it's going to be quite risky to do so. So that's, you have to know how close you are to Mercy for you to go for this type of event. Else you just end up pulling all 99 ancient shard at a 0.5% chance of getting legendary and regret it. So only do this if you know how close you are to Mercy, or if you've been counting the number of shards you pull on a notepad or something. So that's the event that's coming up on Tuesday. It's not alone. It's coming up with some other events that you might be interested in. Drop Fever event for those who are farming dungeons at part of those events. And the one that is coming up is on Tuesday, June, the same day. You have a 3x chance of dropping reflex gear that you can farm from the ice golem. That's going to be launching on Tuesday, also the same time with this guaranteed, this 1+1 ancient event. So if you're farming that day, you have a 3x chances of dropping reflex. Reflex is especially awesome for champions because it helps them reduce the cooldown of their skill, one of their skill, so especially on champions like Cold Heart and Nukas, especially, who you want to get their skill up again, usually benefit a lot from reflex. So if you're one of those who are unlucky enough to not get a lot of relentless set, reflex is the next best way to make sure your champions get their skills available again to noob. Especially in PvE content, reflex is not a PvP set at all. I've not seen it being used, at least. So that's June 25th. That's when reflex is boosted, 3x chance of getting reflex. If you're one of those few people who are so happy about farming the ice golem, this is not the most popular content in raid. Ice golem is one of the most hated because it's just annoying, especially when that boss keeps hitting you and killing you when you knock him down. Even if you can take the boss comfortably down at hard 10, it's still not a content I farm regularly, except only during fusions, where you don't have a choice but to go to the ice golem and get the required number of points for an ice golem tournament. So that's the only time I farm it. Will I be farming the reflex 3x boosted event on Tuesday? I don't think so. I'd rather farm masteries than go farm reflex. It's not like I don't appreciate it. It's just that it's not a high priority right now for my artifact. I can build a champion in triple perception that probably will benefit a lot more in reflex. That's not all. On June, again, the 29th, that's a Saturday, you have another 3x chance of dropping Ogrin Tribes accessories from the spider. Now this one is not also quite popular when a particular faction's accessories is boosted in the spider. Only beginner players who are looking for specifically Ogrin Tribes faction accessories will benefit from this, but for endgame players, when we farm this content, we don't really check whether it's which faction. We just, as long as it's an accessory, as long as it rolls well, and yeah, we farm it a lot during the fusion times again. So during this time of boosted chance of 3x spider for Ogrin Tribes, this is not a reason to farm it, except it falls in line with a spider tournament. That's when I would farm it for the spider tournament, not for the chances of getting 3x boosted chance of getting Ogrin Tribes accessories from the spider on the June 29th. The fourth one that is coming up, July 1st, will be another 3x chance of dropping regeneration artifacts from the Fire Knight Castle. They are releasing this type of events ahead of time. They're letting you know 25th, 29th, 1st. So any of them that you're most interested in, you can start saving your energy pots and everything from today for that regen 3x chance of getting regen from Fire Knight on the 1st. So if that's something you desperately need, or you've seen some people build a champion with solo attack and all that, solo this, and they are usually in regen, and you find that you're having what, 4 or 5 regen artifacts, this is your chance to come in here and farm a boatload of regen artifacts, just like it just ended for speed artifacts, and we really enjoyed that speed 3x boosted chance of getting speed artifacts, and hopefully you got something nice from it. So it's time for regen to be boosted on the 1st of July, and that's what is going to be coming up. This is also not one that I currently want to farm because I've done it a lot of times, a lot of Fire Knight farming during the fusion, so I have enough regen set to last a few champions, and I don't need more of it. In fact, it's the Savage that I actually farmed when that Fire Knight was boosted for 3x Savage. So that's the drop fever level. Look for it whenever you see it in game. When that event launches, you'll find it. Even once you enter the dungeons, you see it right here on the name of the dungeon that is boosted at that date. Otherwise, you can still farm it on a normal day. Just know that on those days, the chance of getting those reflex, Ogrin Tribes accessories, and regen set will be boosted. So which of them out of these 3 days do you think is the most valuable? The Ice Golem reflex, the spider Ogrin Tribes, I don't think is that valuable, or the regen from Fire Knight? Which one do you think is more valuable, depending on your account? Of course, I'd love to hear from you in the comment below. I don't think any of them is worthy for me because I have farmed them enough. Now, that's not the only thing that is happening in raid. This morning we also see the portal is glowing. We thought Monday would just be without a glow, but some colors have started happening in the portal. That means there's a event that needs you to go in there, do certain things, spend some money, or farm a dungeon and pull those white shards, which we call crystals, right? What do you call it now? Prism crystals, right? Yeah, prism shard, prism crystals. So this time it's a dedicated summons for a specific summon pool called Defender's Summon Pool. These champions do look like they are from what? Defense based champions. That's what they all have in common. These champions are all based on defense. I know some of them, like Sandler Survivor, who is definitely based on defense. So they are not all of the same faction. Even this popular dude Ragash is also based on defense. His damage is based on defense. So when a champion is based on defense, it means they are not easily killable, right? So you nuke them down, they're just doing as if you didn't even hit them much. And Sepulchre Sentinel will be one of the most valuable one that early game players want to get to help you stop getting the storm on your champions in the clan boss, because she's currently helping me do that in the Headhunters account, and I appreciate her for that. Now I will love a Skull Crusher to go along with her, so on Headhunters account I'll be doing all I can not to get a second Sepulchre, but to try to see if I can get a Skull Crusher because of that counter attack. By placing counter attack on the champions, it means that when they get hit, they all go in and hit the boss with their A1s, which will most likely increase your clan boss damage. He's one of the few epics, or the only epic, who could do this AoE counter attack. All the others that could do it in raid are legendaries. So if you're new to raid and you don't have this champion yet, get him. He's not just useful in that early game team. I'll show you an end game team that the noob to pro is currently using, with a Skull Crusher in there that helps me boost my clan boss damage, and it looks like an end game team for sure. But I just slot in a Skull Crusher and it does boost the damage. That's the noob to pro team right here. You can see damage dealers, your, what do you call it, Emic, Drunkheart, and a Skull Crusher. His counter attack is what helps this team do double damage. So Manita, Skull Crusher keeps, Manita and Emic keep the team alive. All the others 2 damage dealers with Skull Crusher even double their damage. So that's something to know, that champion could be used in content like that, not just in only early game clan boss. So he is quite useful. Now you see that I'm focusing only on the epics, because if you try to put your expectations high and say you want to get an Ellicat, you want to get a Michinaki, it's your chance to finally get this dude Status Dragonbane, who looks so hard in the arena. Or who else again? AoE decrease defense champion like Terrell, who gets knocked off the role of decrease defense champion once you get other people who do it better. And yeah, now this one is not quite popular, Kyoku, but she's quite annoying to deal with because she has that block damage, right? For 3 entire turns and then grabs the next turn. I hate this champion once I see her try to kill her first in the enemy team. She's used a lot in PvP content, not just only in PvE. So she's quite useful, and she can do this block damage for an entire 3 turns. I've not seen a lot of clan boss teams around her, but definitely something that can make work in a special tune, I guess. So don't try to see if you can get the legendaries, because you'll be so disappointed. Helicat is also amazing. Now if Headhunter can get Helicat, his clan boss worries is solved. So but for now, we'll be aiming low and try to see if you can get the epics. So even if you get a Burungiri, you can build him in one of those teams for the Doom Tower where you're having difficulty with that boss who needs a solo champion to deal with him or something. So that's the one I'm trying to eye. Skull Crusher for, Sepulchre for those who don't have her yet. Skull Crusher for those who don't have him yet. So why? How can you get some points towards trying at least your luck once in this summoning pool is by clicking this summon button, but you find out that you don't have 30 prism crystals to make 1 prism shard. You don't have 30. I currently have 10 over there. If you hit the summon, it will tell you how you can get these prism crystals if these champions are what you need the most. The first priority that player wants you to do is to go to these crystal offers and buy, or go to the shop and buy, and that's the easy way out to do it. But hey, take note, there are another free to play way of doing it. Even if it doesn't show right now, maybe when you scroll later it will show. But I see that there will always be a Sun Devil Necropolis tournament, a content that we don't like to farm, and this is the event that always makes us go in there and farm the Sun Devil for a long time. That's it right here. It's already started, but it's not yet giving us tournament points. What do you mean? Sun Devil turn attack doesn't have it? Doesn't have the prism crystals? Or is this a mistake? Normally it's the Sun Devil that gives us that prism crystals to do the summons. Maybe they are still tweaking it. Maybe they are trying to start it up. It has not started, maybe. I don't know. Normally the Sun Devil starts with that tournament. That's what I was expecting to go in there. I'm glad I didn't start farming it. I'm glad I checked first of all. So that might be a mistake, because we need to see the prism crystals right here. That's the only inspiration to farm the Sun Devil. These points right here are not enough, or these resources are not enough reason to farm the Sun Devil, except you do it at the very first time and you don't mind, you want those oils, essential oils. So how else are we gonna get it then? Definitely, hopefully not this Soul Chase, or this Ice Golem tournament using only epics. I might already have an epic only Ice Golem team video that I've already done. So I'm hoping this is not the only way, but I was hoping it's gonna be Sun Devil, but it's not. Maybe it's just gonna be the Ice Golem tournament that has the prism crystals, and definitely they want us to farm this Ice Golem tomorrow when it coincides with that boosted 3x chance of getting the reflex. But using only epics means you can farm it at lower level. You can't use epics only for hard mode of the Ice Golem. It's gonna be a lot difficult. So that's what is coming in raid. This is not the only event that will give you prism crystals when they show us how to get it. I don't think it will only come from these 2 ways. It will have maybe the Ice Golem, Sun Devil, or maybe the next Spider 3x event on the 29th will also have chance to get prism crystal. So that's the only 2 events that are happening in raid, or 3 events that are coming up. Which one are you interested in? Are you going for this summoning pool for your chance to get a Skull Crusher, Sepulchre Sentinel? Are you looking forward to that farming the dungeons for those 3x boosted chance for reflex, Ogre Tribes accessories, or you're going for the Fire Knight tournament? Are you especially going tomorrow, going hard for that boosted or 1+1 event where if you get a legendary, you get one for free? If you know your Messi, if you know how close you are to Messi, if you're one of those who are lucky enough to count your Messi and you're so happy that it's coming, so tomorrow, watch out. In the morning, I'll be putting out a video where I just pull 5 ancient shards and I get my legendary +1 for free and be so excited, and the video ends in 5 minutes, right? Anyways, that's what is coming in Raid. Happy Monday to you guys. Let me know in the comments how you are planning your week and what are you doing in Raid. Remember, there are some teaser news that Raid is still coming up in July 10th. For now, we are just going to use this event and tournament to keep ourselves busy before we see the next big thing that Raid is planning on July 10th. Later, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're watching this video, I'm probably live on Twitch, still trying to finish this difficult artifact enhancement, which has prism crystals hiding in there. So that's what I'll be doing live on Twitch after posting this video. I won these 50 prism crystals, and I'll be building a champion of few. If you come on, ask your questions in the chat, or can help you build your champions if you want. All right, see you guys in the next one.